Uncle Henry Show, newsradio710.com, newsradio 710 AM. Thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. You can watch on the webcam. Rarely do I have something to look at. Today, there's something to see on the webcam at UncleHenryShow.com. We welcome back to the Uncle Henry Show microphones Christina Christian. It's been a while since you've been in here, Christina.
It has, I know. I'm so excited that I'm here, for real. It's great.
You were a regular visitor for a while, and then you moved to Nashville. Then you came back. Now fill me in since you've been back, because you went to Nashville. You were working up there. You had an incredible job. I think you worked at a music shop. Got to meet a lot of musicians. Worked on songs. I'm giving it correctly.
You're doing a good job. Yeah.
Then you came back here, and then what?
Well, a lot of things change. With your personal life, your artistic life,
So what happened? What changed in your life?
Well, to be honest, I was in Nashville for the experience, I wasn't going there, like, expecting anything, right off the bat. I was a hostess on Broadway. And that was fun, I got to meet Jewel. And, the singer.
You got to meet Jewel.
Yeah. So I got to seat her at a table.
Before we continue with your life story, do you know who Donald Trump is?
Yes.
Do you know any of the other candidates that were in the... There was a big debate last night.
Yes.
Did you know there was a debate last night?
I did. I heard about it one time.
Did you? Okay. Do you know who... I'm going to pick out a name at random. Do you know who Chris Christie is?
Yes, he is the former governor of Florida.
Okay. Christina Christian is here. So you went, you had the experience in Nashville, you came back. What are you doing now?
Well, right now I'm entertaining the Gulf Coast, with my awesome songs, if you want to say that. Okay,
Christina Christian is performing at the Listening Room. When is your performance at the Listening Room?
It is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
August 8th
at
8 p.m.
Where is the Listening Room?
The Listening Room is on, I think it's St. Francis Street or Francis Street. Okay. I don't know the number. I'm sorry. But, I can look it up right now.
That's okay. Look, we'll get in. We've got time to get into all that.
Time.
So it's right. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, the Listening Room, and you'll be performing some of your long-time songs and new songs?
Absolutely, yeah.
We're going to get to all of that as we continue. First, we have someone that wants to talk to you, so put on the headphones if you can, and we'll go to the phones. I believe another musician is on the line. Hello there. Good morning.
Well, thank you for the compliment. Some people believe I can play the piano, believe it or not. Hey, Christina, Uncle Henry and all, God bless you all, and have a great morning. Christina,
hey.
Tell me something. Hey, it's so good to have you back in Mobile.
Awesome.
Tell me something if you ever sang this song. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
1 second.
Of the bird in the tree, on mockingbird, tra-la-la, tweedledee, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning to the mockingbird's tree, tra-la-la, tweedledee.
Unfortunately, I haven't. I haven't sung that song.
Did you ever sing it?
She says no. Now, have you ever incorporated tra-la-la into any of your lyrics?
No, not yet. But, there's a possibility I could be bringing that back into style.
Maybe you could put that in a Donald Trump song.
Absolutely.
Tell me, Christina, I need a woman who can give us a very valued political opinion.
Ooh, okay.
If we had Hillary and whoever the Republican candidate turns out, and then we had a third party named the Donald Trump running as an independent, who would win that?
Good question. Christina Christian, based on your knowledge of the world, who would win if it were? Now, who are the candidates?
Well,
we got
Hillary Clinton,
and a Republican, whoever, and Donald Trump.
We'll just say Jeb Bush.
Okay.
Okay. To be honest, those three are, in the public eye a lot. My generation, they probably do know who they are.
Okay.
Okay.
This is good. We're hearing from a generation we never hear from.
Well, you see, with, everybody involved with their own lives, my generation is trying to survive, okay? They are, okay? So, having all our focus on political matters, it's hard to do.
So who, JP, want to know, who do you think would win if it were Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton,
be honest,
or Donald Trump as the independent?
I think that my generation would vote for Donald Trump.
They would?
Yes.
Even though he says things that make people mad?
No, I think he's telling it like it is. He's keeping it real. And you know what? I keep it real.
Donald Trump keeps it real, JP.
I understand.
I think he's saying what people are thinking, and I think that's what this country needs.
You might be right.
That's what I'm saying.
The one thing that I'm thinking about is how many times did he go bankrupt, and I just don't like that idea of going bankrupt. Sometimes people do have to, but I was just wondering.
Okay, do me a favor.
Sure.
Look at a Oprah Winfrey interview with him back in, I think it was back in the 80s sometime. He was asked if he would run for president. Look at that interview, all right?
Now, I am blown away that you have come in here and you are referencing Trump interviews from the 80s. You've done Trump research.
I have, sorry.
How about that?
Amen.
Can you believe that? Look, this once again, and as a young person, another young person making former intern Rusty look terrible. But I hate to bring him into this. JP, is there anything else?
Well, Twirly D, have a wonderful weekend all, and through the grace of the good Lord, may many of us and all of us go visit the Lord's house and say thanks be to God from whom all blessings flow. God bless you all.
You.
God bless you. Thank you for that. And there he goes. Caller of the year 2012 is voted by the other callers of the Uncle Henry Show, JP. JP finding out for us that Christina Christian is fully aware of Trump, has researched Trump, and her generation would lean toward an independent Trump because they're trying to survive. You're trying to survive.
Well, we don't even know if, in the next 30 years, how is it going to be? I mean, you had your full...
That's right. I've had my full life. I'm near the end. I'm near death.
I mean...
I am. Look, let's tell it like it is. You said you tell it like it is.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you've had 50 years.
I'm nearly dead, and my generation has just apparently screwed it all up. You're only 22.
I'm only 22, and I'm scared if even 10 years are going to be left.
Due to our country's current state of survival.
Exactly.
All right, look, I know we've got another caller. Caller, if you can hang on, God bless you, but we've got to get at least one song in before I take a commercial break. Christina Christian appearing tomorrow night at the Listening Room at 8 o'clock. In between, are you going to play more than one set?
Yes.
So in between sets, maybe she'll talk about Donald Trump. Who knows? Now, what song are you going to perform? Is this going to be a new one here?
Yeah, this is a new one, I believe.
Tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about it before you sing it.
Okay. All right. This first one is called "Oceans Away." I don't know if I've probably played it before for you, but you probably don't remember. It's okay.
I do remember that title.
You do?
Absolutely do.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
but it was in probably your last appearance here.
Okay. Okay.
So let's hear it.
Okay. Awesome.
Here she is, Christina Christian, appearing at the Listening Room tomorrow night. "Oceans Away."
Well, let me take these headphones off.
Okay. Taking off the headphones.
And putting the hat on.
Now, back to the music hat with Christina Christian.
Well, I stare at foreign colors on the wall. shipwreck. 'Cause you are oceans away, yeah. You might make my day. You are oceans away, so me, I'm on my way. Oh no, back a train could do this any justice. Well, any house would feel at home with you. No, I don't know your name, I don't know your face, but I'm hoping higher hands will only be straight to you. 'Cause you are oceans away, yeah. You might make my day. You are oceans away, so me, I'm on my way, yeah, yeah, yeah. Da, da, oceans away, yeah. You might make my day. You are oceans away, so me, I'm on my way. So me, I'm on my way. La, da, da, da. Oh, yeah, yeah. La, da, da, da. Oh, oh, la, da, 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 da.
Christina Christian. She's going to be at the listening room tomorrow night in downtown Mobile. Christina Christian, at the very end of your song, that's where you could have incorporated a tra-la-la.
Oh. A tra-la-la?
Yeah, just like in that song that JP was. You don't.
Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, what?
Wait, save it. We'll debut your Trump song later. I do want to. I've got to take a break. We'll come back. The person on hold, if you can hold on, we'll get to you. If not, God bless you. I have to say before we go into break, though, one of the great things about having you on the air is that you started out good. You seem to be better every time you're here.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're growing?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Well,
I am growing.
Some
literally.
musicians come in and they're always the same, but you seem to you keep climbing
Well,
with
I'm
your
always,
abilities.
You know, learning new things is always a good thing.
Fantastic. More with Christina Christian in just a moment.
News Radio 710, home of the Gulf Coast's most frequent time-saver traffic.
We've got reports of an accident on Government Street at the intersection of South Broad Street. However, it's been moved off to the side and not causing major slowdowns. However, the Bayway and Causeway are in good shape. Both tunnels and the interstates are delay-free. While in Pensacola, there's no issues on the highways, interstates, or bridges. With time-saver traffic, I'm Brooks Rowland.
This is Uncle Henry for Heads Heating and Air Conditioning. If your system is dead, you need to call Heads. If your air conditioning system dies, call Heads Heating and Air Conditioning today for emergency service to keep you cool and comfortable. Now, that happened with me. My system went out on me. I called Heads. They were over in a flash, and they helped me out and got me comfortable again in no time. Now, is your old system running efficiently? Call Heads Heating and Air for a new Carrier energy-efficient air conditioner with a Carrier high-efficiency natural gas furnace to lower your utility bills. And don't forget, even if you're not having problems, you need to do regular maintenance to avoid future problems, and Heads can help you with that regular maintenance. That's something they've done for me. You can call Heads in Mobile at 251-653-7873. That's 653-7873.
It's heating and air conditioning, where three heads are better than one.
Uncle Henry with Jeremy from Strickler Imports in Daphne. Jeremy, what kind of vehicles do you carry at Strickler Imports?
Well, Uncle Henry, we carry a wide variety of vehicles at Strickler Imports. We specialize in a Lexus. We believe the Lexus brand is very dependable. It's a quality product. We want to serve our customers with the best product we can, so we specialize in that brand. But we pretty much carry a variety of anything, and we can get anything for our customers.
And Strickler Imports carries certified pre-owned vehicles that come with 10-year, 125,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. These vehicles are all priced at $1,000 over cost. That means no haggling. They also come with 1 year of free maintenance and a 5-day money-back guarantee. Strickler Imports, they're in Daphne, right behind the Sam's Club. You can look at the inventory online at StricklerImports.com. And by the way, I am a customer. I bought my car there. I love the process and love the car. Strickler Imports, where our values are not just in our cars. Uncle Henry here, and I want to talk to you about something we all think about and should talk about, but sometimes we don't because it can make people uncomfortable, and that's end-of-life planning. I know some people that can help guide you through making those plans. The people from Ascension Funeral Group. Ascension is a locally owned and operated company with multiple locations to serve you. Whether you are pre-planning or in need of immediate service, Ascension is proud to provide guidance, emotional support, and an unsurpassed level of service at your family's time of need. Many of us make decisions about these kind of arrangements based on cost, and when cost is a factor, locally owned companies like Ascension can be more affordable than the big corporate entities. Ascension encourages you to educate yourself by comparing the costs from company to company. Ascension Funeral Group consists of Ascension Funerals and Cremations, Spring Hill Memorial Gardens, Forest Lawn Funeral Home, and Memorial Gardens. Please visit the website at ascensionfuneralgroup.com or call 251-634-8055.
Now, a year in rock spotlight, 1974.
In January of 1974, the top-selling album of the year is released, Paul McCartney and Wings' Band on the Run. Bob Dylan, backed by the band, has his first #1 album with Planet Waves. In February, Jersey City's Kool and the Gang have a top 5 hit with Jungle Boogie. New York City's Kiss released their debut, which sells 75,000 copies without a hit single. In March of 74, Canadian band Rush released their debut album, Get a New Drummer, and go on their first U.S. tour. David Essex has the first of many top 10 hits in the UK and his only U.S. hit with the single Rock On, which goes to number 5. And Steely Dan hit the top 5 with the single Ricky Don't Lose That Number and have a top 10 album, too, with Pretzel Logic.
Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one you want. You might use it if you feel better. When you get home.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more from 1974. Coming up.
Uncle Henry Show, News Radio 710, here with young musician Christina Christian. She's appearing at the Listening Room in downtown Mobile tomorrow night. She revealed in the first segment that she is aware of Donald Trump and feels her generation would vote for him even as a third-party candidate because they are trying to survive. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Henry.
Yes, sir.
I unfortunately was not able to listen to the earlier part of your show, so I'm assuming that people have been talking about the debate last night.
They have, and now I've got Christina Christian here with me.
Okay, well, am I off the subject then if I want to talk about the debate?
You're more than welcome to.
Christina would like to hear you talk about the debate.
Okay. I wanted to make 2 observations about it. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not a trial lawyer, but I've been around a lot of high-end trial lawyers, and one of the things I saw that was very interesting was the first question that was asked was a division question. That is, what you try to do early on in a trial, especially a jury trial, is to find something that will cause the jury to think of themselves as having questions about the person on the other side. So even if it's a very innocuous question like, you don't like to fish, do you? If you know that many of the jurors do fish, or anything that makes them think, I'm not in the same team with this guy, causes them to look at everything else from then on with a different light. And that first question was designed to separate out Trump, because they knew he would be the only one that would have to say that.
Right. They were looking for him to be the one, I think, that would raise his hand.
That was
so,
to
yes.
color the audience from then on. He's not, you can't trust him. That's what that was about. The other thing that was very interesting to me was, I don't know if you saw Charles Krauthammer, but Charles is a real anti-Trump guy. And Charles was saying when Trump fumbled the question and didn't know about the impact of Suleiman taking that trip to Russia, it shows that he's really not, qualified for this job. That was not a question that was asked of Donald Trump. It was very interesting to see that he was being charged with lack of knowing about something that they didn't even ask him about. And so, if you go back and look at the tape, you'll see they never asked him that question. They asked several others about it. But Krauthammer tagged it on him. And that my last comment is this. The first presidential debate was between Nixon and Kennedy, and the immediate polls showed that Nixon won it. But by the time the commenters wrote in all the stuff in the papers in those days, public opinion changed because they said, Nixon looked grim, Nixon looked this way.
There's no doubt that the commentary does influence people, even subconsciously.
Yeah, it was very interesting to watch all the little tricks, though. And, all I could say is that Trump, what made Trump stand out originally and still is because he knows how the game is played. And he's willing to stand up and say, look, these guys are bought and paid for. And they can't say they weren't.
You're absolutely right. Sir, I've got to run, but thank you for your comments.
Yes, thank you.
Christina Christian was willing to hear off-topic comments. But
I think it's important.
He brought up Trump, so could you share with us, I've asked if you could write a Donald Trump song. Could you work on something? Maybe we could hear the songwriting process live here.
Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, what are they feeding you?
What are they feeding? Now, you're a Trump fan. You're a Trump fan, but that's not going to be a good. Now he might like it because it's amusing, but think of something positive about Trump and then incorporate it into your lyrics.
Mr. Trump, you're really cool. You're probably gonna get the highest poll.
Okay, I like that tone better. I like that. Let's try. Think of something. Why do you like him, and then incorporate that into the lyrics because you do like him.
Okay, we'll work on this later.
Okay, we're going to work on it later.
Okay.
Christina Christian refuses to songwrite live on the Uncle Henry Show.
It's a very in-depth process.
And I'm sure it's an intimate process that you don't want to share.
Well, songwriting, I think about a lot of things, you have to. So
when we come back, we're going to take a time out for news headlines. We're going to hear, do you have another song that you can play, a new song?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get to that when we come back.
Okay.
And more discussion. We'll find out what else. Is Christina Christian aware of the world around her other than her immediate survival? We'll find out as we move forward. Again, Christina Christian appearing tomorrow night at the Listening Room in downtown Mobile, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and a special hello to John Miller.
News Radio 710. News Radio 710 WNTN. The news now. News Radio 710, home of the Gulf Coast's most frequent time-saver traffic.
Got a little bit of slow traffic westbound on the causeway near the entrance to the Bankhead Tunnel. However, the Bankhead and Wallace tunnels are both problem-free. The interstates and the Bayway are in good shape, while in Pensacola we're seeing some slowdowns in both directions of Olive Road between Cody Lane and Davis Highway. With time-saver traffic, I'm Brooks Rowland.
Uncle Henry here with Dr. Thomas Bender of Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center. And Dr. Bender, you say that even if somebody's having something cosmetic done to their skin, they should go see a board-certified dermatologist.
You know, we just have to basically ask patients to make sure that they ask whoever that they're trusting their skin treatment to ask them what their credentials are. I mean, did you spend 3 years studying under folks who've been treating the skin for decades, or did you go to a weekend course to learn how to do this? I think we both know the answer, who we'd rather have treating our skin. There's not a big difference in cost. You know, at Advanced Dermatology, we actually quite frequently will match prices, advertise prices from other providers, because we want our patients to have an opportunity to experience a board-certified dermatologist care.
Dr. Thomas Bender has locations in Mobile, Daphne, and Bay Minette. You can find out more online at advanceddermclinic.com. That's advanceddermclinic.com. These are the actual voices of children living in a community that is one of this state's poorest and most violent. And yet here they are at Pritchard's amazing Light of the Village. Against all odds, Light of the Village provides education, Bible study, nourishment, and a place where kids can simply and safely play, all at no cost. Listen closely, and you'll hear the voices, too. I'm Uncle Henry, and love has an address. Find out more at newsradio710.com, keyword the letters LOV.
Now, First Alert weather from WKRG News 5.
Hot and getting hotter. I'm meteorologist John Nodar with the News 5 First Alert Storm Team. High in the mid-90s today, mid to upper 90s over the weekend and into early next week. Rain chance around 40% today, and some of the thunderstorms could be strong. The rains diminish over the weekend, maybe 30% for Saturday, 10% Sunday.
iHeartRadio shines the spotlight on Steve Winwood.
Steve Winwood's music career began its amazing journey at the young age of 15. As the driving force of the Spencer Davis Group, the group enjoyed a string of chart success by way of such enduring classics as Keep On Running, Give Me Some Lovin', and I'm a Man. The international success of these singles bolstered Winwood's confidence and strengthened his resolve to seek out new rhythmic possibilities. In 1967, Winwood left the Spencer Davis Group and co-founded Traffic. Beloved for their eclectic style and superbly crafted songs, Traffic routinely defied convention to celebrate a host of sounds and influences. To try his hand with other creative partnerships, Winwood left Traffic in 1969 to join a new group formed by Cream guitarist Eric Clapton and drummer Ginger Baker, rock's first supergroup, Blind Faith.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Steve Winwood and all your favorite artists.
And now, this week's Rock Almanac.
Hi, I'm Chris, and on August 3rd, 1963, the Beatles made their first appearance on an American chart, with From Me to You reaching number 125 on Billboard's Top 200. In 1966, the Beatles released the Revolver album in the U.S. Pink Floyd released their debut album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, in 1967. The Doors started a 2-week run at number 1 on the singles chart in 1968, with Hello, I Love You, their second number 1. This week in 1970, Phil Collins joined Genesis. August 4th, 1975, Robert Plant and family suffered severe injuries in a car accident while on vacation. Jay Giles Band frontman Peter Wolf and actress Faye Dunaway are married in Beverly Hills. August 7th, 1974. They drove off in the Bonnie and Clyde getaway car. In 1978, the Rolling Stones went to number 1 on the singles chart with Miss You, their 8th U.S. number 1. And in 1979, the Talking Heads released their third album, Fear of Music.
That's your look back at this week.
Uncle Henry Henry Show, News Radio 710. Back with Christina Christian. She's performing at the Listening Room tomorrow night in downtown Mobile, 8 o'clock. Now, how much does the ticket cost?
It's $5 at the door.
$5 at the door. And from what I've read about the Listening Room, it's not a real big venue.
It is not, which is great. I mean, I like it. It's pretty intimate.
So a small number of seats still available there at $5 at the Listening Room tomorrow night. During the news and weather break, Christina Christian was working on do you want to share any future or further work on the Donald Trump song?
Yeah, I will. Absolutely.
Okay, Donald Trump song.
This was inspired by the TV show Friends. Yeah. Mr. Trump, what are they feeding you? Mr. Trump, it's not your fault. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la.
She incorporated the tra-la-la from JP's call. Okay, well, I don't know that really speaks to...
I think it's a hit.
Well, it doesn't say the positive message that you've given about Trump earlier. So.
Well, I like it. You know, there's some people that don't like him. So this song is for you. You know, I'm kind of on both sides here.
Oh, well, that doesn't work out very good.
Well, I'm pretty independent, you know, anyway. So.
But you are trying to survive and supporting Donald Trump.
You know, I don't know. Since the government owns Facebook.
Does the government own Facebook?
Yes, back in 2011, they bought Facebook.
Now, this is something your generation knows and mine doesn't?
Well, it's actually something that the general public probably doesn't know about.
Okay, so the government owns Facebook, and what does that mean?
Well, that means that, you know, they are kind of in control of, you know, what is put in front of your face on Facebook.
Is that where you get your news, from Facebook?
That's where a lot of people get their news, from Facebook.
Your generation, you're 22?
Yes.
Where do you get your information?
Well, you know, if I want to know about something, I will look it up on the internet, because that's what we have, basically. And, you know, I like to discuss with friends and family as well.
So it's the internet and friends and family.
Yeah. Well, who else are you going to talk to about it?
Do you ever look at CNN?
I don't.
Do you ever look at Fox News?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Are you just saying that because you're here on this station?
No, I do.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, I don't know what to think about all this. This is getting it from
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. I'm learning about a 22-year-old and how they see the world, and you've opened new doors for me, explaining that you're trying to survive.
Well, I mean, yeah. Isn't everybody?
Yes, they are.
Well, I just really believe, you know, it's you know, there's a lot of stuff that is put on Facebook, and everybody day to day is just on Facebook. Reading into whatever is put out there. And, I mean, I don't know. I believe social media is just, it's not a good thing, really.
It's what? Okay, so social media is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Have you been on Facebook since you've been in the studio?
I have.
Okay. See?
Yes, I know. All
right, before we go to another song that Christina Christian will perform for us, let's go back to the phones. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Henry. First of all, I always tell Christina she is very talented and sounds just cute as a buzz. But I got it. Donald Trump last night was great. He stood on national television and told the world that he buys and sells favors from politicians. In layman's terms, what that means is he actually bribes politicians, and that's how it works. Now, we would go to jail, he gets rich, but what's really the question that we should all be asking is, what would be the price to buy President Trump, and what does he have for sale? And that's it.
That's a legitimate question because of the way he did answer that question. Lady, thank you for your phone call. Let's go to one more caller before Christina. And are you going to pick out a song you've never played here before?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get a song in just a moment. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Uncle Henry.
Yes, sir.
You mind if I say hello to Miss Christina?
Well, that's what I was hoping you would do.
Yes, and I just want to let her know that her music sounds very refreshing, very refreshing. And I wanted to ask her a question, if it's okay.
Well, of course. That's what I answered the phone
That's
for.
what I'm here for. Go ahead.
Okay, Christina. This is the question. If a songwriter and artist, I just wanted to know if you like her. It's one of Uncle Henry and my favorites. Her name is Miley Cyrus. Do you like her music?
You can answer honestly. Do you like the music of Miley Cyrus?
You want me to be honest?
Of course.
Okay. I think she has ruined her music. She's putting out music that people do not need to hear, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that.
Okay, well, I appreciate your honest answer, and you really do sound great.
She's not a role model. The way she dresses now, I am appalled to share the same birthday as her. I really am. And shame on her for everything that she's doing to the music industry.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being on.
You're welcome.
This has been the most amazing appearance from Christina Christian ever on this program. My mind has been blown now several times. I could go on and on for the rest of the show about that answer you just gave, which is I'm going to save in my archives for all times. But we want to promote your show tomorrow night, so what are you going to play for us now?
This is actually my debut single, Uncle Henry.
Okay.
It's called Control.
Do you need to take off your headphones and put on your hat?
Yeah.
Okay. There she goes. She's taking off her headphones.
Thank you for calling, sir.
She's taking off her headphones and putting on her hat, her singing hat. And the song is called Control.
Well, I turned 22, then I found out that life ain't always gonna work out, and perfection doesn't quite exist. I look at all the people with a lot of things, yeah, wishing that I had their given dreams. Just breathe in and breathe out. Damn my pride, damn my mind, think of how it is on the other side. I figured I should say it like it is. I'll raise my head, that's what I said. Listen to my soul, hear it growing old. There's a reason that God gave us control. Oh, there's a reason that God gave us control. Well, my faith, I'll admit, it comes and goes. That voice upstairs, he's the one that knows that my childhood had ups and downs. But Mama built my bones so they wouldn't break, and I had to learn how to be brave and take everything as it came. Damn my pride, damn my mind, think of how it is on the other side. I figured I should say it like it is. I'll raise my head, that's what I said. Listen to my soul, hear it growing old. There's a reason that God gave us control. Oh, there's a reason that God gave us control. 22, then I found out life ain't always gonna work out.
Fantastic. Christina Christian appearing at the listening room tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. The voice and the guitar playing just get better and better each time you come in here.
Woo!
They really do. All right, we'll be back, probably get another song and also talk to some callers as we have our final segment with Christina Christian next on the Uncle Henry Show.
News Radio 710, home of the Gulf Coast's most frequent time-saver traffic.
You'll want to watch out for a crash on Moffett Road that's causing delays on the loop to University Avenue. We're seeing a little bit of slow traffic on the causeway westbound near the entrance to the Bankhead Tunnel. However, the Bankhead and Wallace Tunnels are both problem-free, and the interstates in the Bayway are in good shape. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Brooks Rowland.
I'm here with Angelo of Mobile Bay Coins. Angelo, what's the most popular thing you sell? What's in the biggest demand?
I've got to be honest with you, Uncle Henry, that changes week to week, almost day to day sometimes. But typically 90% silver or 1 ounce silver round, silver bars, things like that are most popular. A lot of folks are getting into gold and silver as a hedge against all this crazy stuff they see going on with our economy. You look at what's going on with Greece,
right,
what's going on in the United States, and my gosh, you start looking around and realize that the people that are out there spending money aren't necessarily bringing revenue in for our country. We're sort of in a lose-lose situation rather than a win-win situation. So lots of folks are buying gold and silver bullion or buying nice pieces of jewelry as gifts. I know that's a totally different direction, but we have a lot of different customers there at the shop.
So what's popular depends on the day of the week.
It really does, sir.
Go find out what's popular at Mobile Bay Coins. Mobile Bay Coins, 2204 Government Street, Midtown Mobile. Online, mobilebaycoins.com. Uncle Henry here, and I want to talk to you about something we all think about and should talk about, but sometimes we don't because it can make people uncomfortable, and that's end-of-life planning. I know some people that can help guide you through making those plans. The people from Ascension Funeral Group. Ascension is a locally owned and operated company with multiple locations to serve you. Whether you are pre-planning or in need of immediate service, Ascension is proud to provide guidance, emotional support, and an unsurpassed level of service at your family's time of need. Many of us make decisions about these kind of arrangements based on cost, and when cost is a factor, locally owned companies like Ascension can be more affordable than the big corporate entities. Ascension encourages you to educate yourself by comparing the costs from company to company. Ascension Funeral Group consists of Ascension Funerals and Cremations, Spring Hill Memorial Gardens, Forest Lawn Funeral Home, and Memorial Gardens. Please visit the website at ascensionfuneralgroup.com or call 251-634-8055.
iHeartRadio shines a spotlight on Steve Winwood.
Blind faith staples, such as Can't Find My Way Home, continue to rank among Winwood's finest achievements. In 1970, Winwood reformed Traffic and guided a highly successful run founded on such popular albums as Low-Hilled, Spark of High-Heeled Boys, and Shootout at the Fantasy Factory.
No matter what they say, no matter what they do, gonna end up in the middle of that rock and roll school, and I'll be gone, gone, gone.
By 1975, Traffic splintered as the allure of solo projects and new creative partnerships proved too tempting to resist. 1977's solo debut, Steve Winwood, signaled a bold new artistic direction. Beginning with Traffic and extending through such landmark solo albums as the Grammy Award-winning Back in the High Life and Roll With It, Winwood has nurtured a restless creative spirit, mining rich musical traditions such as Delta Blues, English folk, R&B, and West African calypso, and merging these influences within his own unmistakable sound.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Steve Winwood and all your favorite artists.
And now, the iHeartRadio Weekend Sports Time Capsule.
Way back in 1949, the Basketball Association of America and the National Basketball League merged to form the National Basketball Association, otherwise known as the NBA. This week in 1966, the boxer formerly known as Cassius Clay, you may know him as Muhammad Ali, KOs Brian London in the third round for the heavyweight boxing title. In 1973, Atlanta Braves knuckleballer Phil Niekro no-hits the San Diego Padres. And in the same week in 1975, the first NFL game is played in the Louisiana Superdome. Houston beats the Saints 13-7. This week in sports in 1984, Carl Lewis wins his second of 4 gold medals in the long jump in the Summer Olympics. And in 2010, legendary receiver Jerry Rice is inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's your iHeartRadio Weekend Sports Time Capsule. 3030.
WRKH-FM HD2, Mobile, Pensacola.
Glenn Beck, mornings at 10, afternoons at 5. See the lineup at newsradio710.com.
Uncle Henry Show, Christina Christian. We've got another song to go, limited time here. We slip a caller in before we get to our final song. Hello, good morning.
Roll Tide, Unc.
Roll Tide, roll.
Good morning, Miss Christian.
Hi.
Hey, Unc, I'm going to be brief. I just wanted to, I'm trying to cleanse the mental palate from the Miley Cyrus thing. Unc, I'm just going to say shirt butter and your merch will be at the Pensacola Comic Convention this weekend. And we'll be set up, and I'm hoping if anybody's interested, come by and check it out. I'll tell you another notable local person of interest who will be a guest there.
Who's
Bullet
that?
Bob Armstrong. What?
Who's that?
Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Wow, okay, so at the Pensacola, where is the Pensacola Comic Con in Pensacola?
It's at the fairgrounds, the Grounds Expo Hall. It's Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 6. The guy, Bullet Bob, will be there, and a bunch of other notable guests. Unc, here's one guest you may be interested in because this is old, but the guy who was not Eric Estrada on Chips will be there.
Okay. Christina Christian, do you know what Chips is?
No, not at all.
Okay, very good. Do you know who Bullet Bob Armstrong is?
Sounds like a nice guy.
All
Okay,
right.
do you know who Bullet Bob Armstrong is?
You know, she said no, she does not.
No? Okay, yeah, he's bad to the bone. Well, hey, I'm going to get off the air so she can sing a song and join the music.
Yay, thank you.
Very good. We will
Thank
look
you,
forward to hearing tales of the Pensacola Comic-Con with Bullet Bob Armstrong. That's something I definitely want to hear about next week. All right, now what song? We've only got about 5 minutes left. What song are you going to play for us?
This is called The Book, and it's a love story about Catherine and Freddie Powers. If you don't know who they are, Freddie Powers is Merle Haggard's old guitar player, best friend as well. They used to do crazy stuff together. But yeah, they live over by the Floribama, and me and Taylor Craven and Megan McMillan wrote this song. Megan McMillan is part of the Southern Sisters tour, by the way. But yeah, Taylor Craven came to us with this idea, and we got in on it, and man, it's such a beautiful song. So
The song, The Book, and trying to raise money to record this song, you can find that effort at GoFundMe.com/record the book. Let's hear it.
They haven't given in or given out, 'cause giving up ain't what love's about. They've learned to lean on the vows they took. They keep turning pages till it's time to close the book. She recalls every promise made that day, and he can too, but he can't say. His hands are cool, but she melts at his touch. They keep turning pages till it's time to close the book. There's laughter in the chapters of their past, with pages stained by tears that didn't last. There's no written rule how a happy ending looks. They keep turning pages till it's time to close the book. From outside looking in, no one can tell how one look from him makes her heart swell. Until death will they be one. They keep turning pages until the book is done. There's laughter in the chapters of their past, with pages stained by tears that didn't last. There's no written rule how a happy ending looks. They keep turning pages till it's time to close the book.
Christina Christian. Tell you what, that gave me chills.
Thanks.
That is magnificent.
Thank you.
GoFundMe.com/record the book, and I will be going. I'm going to make a donation to that. That should be out there. That should be out there.
I think so too. It would be great.
Christina Christian, she will be performing tomorrow night, Saturday night, 8 o'clock at the Listening Room in downtown Mobile with a limited number of seats, only $5. So see her there. And then you're going on tour the rest of this month with the Southern Sisters Tour?
Yes, minus one Southern sister. So it's just two Southern sisters, me and Meg McMillan. Elizabeth Green has decided to start a family, and that's such a beautiful thing. We love her, though.
Well, we're almost out of time. You can find out more about that tour on Facebook. Just look for Southern Sisters Tour on Facebook, and you can find all of it. Christina, you just get better every time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please come back again one day.
I will.
Christina Christian, you'll find her on Facebook, and it's Southern Sisters Tour.
Rush Radio and the home of the Uncle Henry Show. This is News Radio 710 from the Mercedes